Henry David Thoreau said, "Many men go fishing all of their lives without knowing that it is not the fish they are after." Look at the size of that thing! I'm Dennis Isbister. For me, fishing has been a part of my whole life. From the time I could walk, I've been chasing fish and whatever adventures seem to follow it.
I'm Drew Murin, and since I was a little kid, my dad and I have fished all over the western United States together. And all I've wanted to do ever since was travel the world, have a little fun, and fish with my good friend Dennis.
You see that, baby? So follow along with us as we travel the remote regions of the globe
In search of wild fish,
and wild places. Starting out with the white T60 right out of the gate here. It worked good yesterday. Little bit of cloud cover today. It's not super bright conditions, so go with white. I kind of tied and fixed a little squid up on the back. It was too big. It was a big squid. It was starting to mess up the action, so I cut it in half and tied it on there. We'll see if it holds. It probably won't, but that's all right. We'll give it a try and see. Back to trout fishing. We got a beautiful day in store, but we're gonna start deep where we last saw these fish. But yesterday, using the fish flash in line, a little spreader, a little Yakima bait spreader with an 8-ounce weight, about a 3-foot leader back from there. The flatfish, working great, so we'll see what happens. There he is. Like there's one on the bottom right there. Yep, fish on. We're starting to see fish, 70, 80 feet of water again, but not quite as many, but we're hooking up. We'll just let them go right there. Well, that didn't take long. 5 minutes in the water, not bad. Looked on the fish finder. Started rolling over a fish. Bruce moved it around. I was like, oh, there's a fish there. Dropped it back, bounced bottom. Wham! Fish on. It starts to slow down, and all the boats kind of start wandering away. Nobody's getting any good reports. So we start paying attention to the fish finder a little bit more, and the fish seem to have disappeared. My idea, at some point this week, these fish are gonna make a big migration shallow. So you know what, let's be the first ones to the reef, go check it out. Might waste a couple hours, but it also might lead into some great fishing shallow. Down the island a ways and see if we start picking them up. We've been looking around all morning. We started right back where we found the fish yesterday, like 40 feet. Couldn't quite find them. Moved into 20. They weren't there. We moved off the other side of the island, 40. They weren't there. Then we decided maybe with the nice weather, they slid off into the deep. So we started pushing out to 70 feet. We found fish in 60, but not very many. Nope, we didn't catch them. Whatever ones were out there, we didn't catch. So now we're gonna turn around and go back to where we found them yesterday about this time. It's getting to be about noon now, so we're hoping that those fish appear in like 40 feet of water at the same time they did yesterday. We'll have to wait and see what happens. we going?
I'm gonna go try Foster, one of the other places that fish like to stage right before the spawn. If they're not on the south side of the reef, they'll be on the east side. If not the north, maybe the west. We'll find them all.
They're not on the east, they're gonna be on the west. They're not on the west, they might be on the north, or be on the top, or maybe the south. But if they're not there, we'll find them anyway. We started back at 40 feet, where we caught them the other day. No fish. So I'm starting to get worried. And then it happens. Miss a fish, catch a fish, and then it breaks loose. We've been running around all day looking. Bruce had a notion. He's like, you know what? I feel like they're in 80 feet. So we pulled up in 80 feet, started printing fish. As soon as we got to the bottom, fish on.
Well, let's be truthful here. I said deeper. I didn't say 80. I thought maybe 60.
And we got a notion, we got a call on the radio. Bruce put us on them again. Took a little bit of time, but we got them. Little guys, but it's a start. You'll start figuring out the big ones. A lot of marks. We're out in 80 feet of water. A lot of marks out here. We're printing a lot of fish, but just gonna start dialing in the big ones now. Printing lots of fish on the bottom, going through them, just talking about strategy, what we could possibly do. Boom, just hooked another one. What's working is not quite seeming to figure out the big fish yet.
My biggest fish have always come on the slowest days of fishing.
I like it. All right. I'm back in the game. I'm mentally back in the game. Got a fish? Oh yeah, there he is. Pick up. Look at that fish, that's a beauty. Oh. Nice fish. Back in the game. Another good quality fish. Looking for the big boy. That's the size we're into today, right there. A little on the smaller side, but keep plugging along here. Getting towards the end of the day. It's always a big fish day. Always chance for a big fish out here. Ooh, that's a good fish. They're getting bigger. Sir, Dave with the assist. There you go. They're getting bigger. Not a monster, but you know what? good fish. We're upgrading. Everyone's getting a little bigger. The one I lost was even bigger than that, but I lost it. There he is. Ready? Ah. Oh, on the inside.
On the turn, eh?
Yeah, had to get down.
Feel okay?
Yeah, it does feel okay, actually.
Great.
250 feet out, though. We need air guitar if we're ever gonna get a double hookup. Whoa! Fish to the music. Sucked it up out of the mud like a flatfish. Dude, I was just bouncing that thing in the mud back there, just donk, donk, donk. Now he's gonna go crazy. Didn't even fight. Pop that hook out of his back, would you? Actually lost him and re-hooked him. That thing was huge. That was the biggest fish of the day right there. Man, I was just bouncing that thing in the back. We kind of came around an inside turn. We were printing fish. I just started bouncing that thing off the bottom, and then I picked it up once and it just started pulling back. Big fish, eating the bourbon. Look at this thing. I mean, how could they not love it? I mean, that's sexy right there, right? Look at the little wings on it. So we scored some beautiful weather today, and we were able to pull Captain Bruce away from the lodge.
And yeah, where they're catching them at 70, 80 feet of water is where they're hanging, waiting, and they're gonna move here right away.
So we'll go try 40, 30, 40.
Yeah, intercept them. Tree stand fishing, as I like to call it. Sit in the tree stand, wait for the linker to come to you.
Coming right to the boat. The first fish of the day.
This is the kind we eat for lunch.
Yeah, good lunch. Captain Bruce was fairly confident he could find the fish and find some big ones to go along with it. Yoga Lattes. Stretching. What? Yoga Lattes. So Drew told me on one show, Yoga Lattes. Like, what the hell is a Yoga Latte? Nice fish. Today, we're on a quest for a 30-pounder. Fishing out deep. Captain Bruce has put us on his favorite spot in the lake. Now it's up to me and Dave to produce. Hey Bruce, could you pop that loose? Oh, that was a hook set there, son. I went to set the hook and I spun out. Now these guys are making fun of me for being a curler. I don't even know what curling is. Were you really? things about these trips, it always seems like you're a step away from maybe injuring yourself. You take those precautions, you work out, you get ready, you take medicine with you, just in case something happens. Well, today, when I least expected it, I went man down. That's what we're after. Look at that one. Oh, God. I think it broke. Oh, God damn, that hurt.
Broke another one.
Oh. You know, you can always count on your good friends to have some sympathy for you. In fact, I think they were making fun of me the whole time.
You can tell we're real friends. They just laugh at you.
Nothing funnier than watching a friend fall and hurt himself.
We've been out here pounding it out in 80, 90 feet of water, and the fish are there, but we started losing them. Not nearly as many as there has been the last couple days. So, you know, Dave and I started thinking they should be moving in anytime. Let's go in and try it. We headed in to this point that I'm familiar with in the past. A lot of the times it's been the first place that these trout move shallow. And we started in 40, nothing. Thinking, man, this isn't looking good. Moved into 20, 18, bam, hit one, lost it. Went right back in, fish, fish, fish. So we're just starting to pound them in like 18 feet of water here, and they're here. We're not ripping any big ones yet. But you know what? We're catching fish. Yeah. And when they're shallow, they love the flatties. Oh, double. That one just crushed it on the, that was awesome. There's a double. One of the things about this time of the year for lake trout fishing is the lake trout are moving. So the goal is to catch a big fish. You're looking for big lakers. Catching fish is always fun, and I love it. And I'll be like a little kid just like anybody else when I'm catching fish. But we could go in shallow and catch a lot of fish, up to 20 pounds or so. But our goal every day is to try to get that one big one, that one big fish that makes you go, wow. That's why I come here. So today, we know we can catch fish shallow, we know they're there, but we're gonna work our way out deep, where we saw a bunch of fish before, and just start running some big jigs down. See if we can't connect with a big fish, maybe half a day. If it's working, we'll keep doing it. If we can't find any fish, we'll move, go do something else, see what happens. We're back on the lake trout, except this time, we're gonna try to catch them with bondy baits, big jig, sending them down to the bottom, printing big marks, getting right on top of them and jigging. And you know what? It worked right off the bat, and I kept losing fish. Oh, I think I might have hooked up 8 before I actually got one of the boat. It was super frustrating. Changing out hooks, sharpening hooks, adding hooks, and finally got a couple to the boat. We run some bondies first thing this morning, had 3 or 4 on, lost them. Went back to trolling the old standby flatfish back in 80 feet of water. As soon as we got into them, bam, just had one on, lost it. Now I got another one. As soon as I hit bottom again, I had another one. It's just happening now. Beautiful redfin. There he is on the inside that time. Widen now. Taking line. There we go. That's why you run Dodgers right there. Fish like that. There he is. Whoa! Whoa, big fella. See a partner? All the boats are out in like 80, 90 feet of water. We're catching fish. And our friend Ted that came with us this trip, He's a little ways away, and all we can hear is yelling, screaming, hooting and hollering. I think they hooked up to a big fish. Turns out our buddy Ted landed a trophy 38-pound Laker. Congratulations, buddy. That's a fish of a lifetime.